It's that time of year where everyone says the same thing. This is my year, new me, or everything's going to change. But statistically, most people give up before February. Not because they're lazy and not because they lack discipline. It's because they're playing the wrong game. Winning right now is actually easier than ever. You just haven't been taught how. Welcome back to Between Lines, where we don't do motivation, we do clarity. This isn't a hype video and this isn't a grind speech. This is how change actually works, psychologically, neurologically, and realistically. And this is why the people who win this year aren't doing anything extreme. They're doing something precise. Resolutions fail because they focus on outcomes. I want to lose weight, I want more money, and I want to be disciplined. But your brain doesn't change through wanting, it changes through evidence. Science shows that habits are formed in the basal ganglia, the brain region for routines. It also shows that identity shifts only when your brain receives repeated proof of a new self. If nothing in your daily life changes, your identity doesn't either. Science also shows that motivation isn't enough. The environment drives behavior. Here's the part people miss. It has never been easier to change your trajectory. Not because life is easier, but because information is everywhere. You can learn any skill, see any path, or model any lifestyle. The problem isn't access, the problem is noise. Most people drown in it, few people curate it, but those are the people who win. You don't need to become a new person. You need to update the version of you that your brain is already predicting. Your brain asks every day, based on what I've seen you do, who are you? Changes happen when that answer shifts. Behavior science shows that small repeated actions form new neural pathways, and that updates the self-concept. So identity follows behavior, not the other way around. The difference between motion and direction is that being busy isn't the same as moving forward. You can wake up early, stay productive, stay exhausted, and still go nowhere. Direction comes from systems, not motivation. And this brings me to something practical. Here's a step-by-step system grounded in neuroscience, habit science, and psychology. I call it the 33-1 reset. No extremes, no pressure, just leverage. For the next 30 days, don't try and fix yourself. Fix your inputs, what you see, what you hear, and what you normalize. This works because the brain adapts to predictable patterns. It also works because environments cue automatic behaviors. And repeated exposure to the desired behavior primes identity shifts. So I want you to unfollow what pulls you backward. Follow what models the person you want to become. Once you do this, your brain begins to accept this is my world now. Next, pick 3 small, consistent actions you do every day. Not goals, but anchors. Examples could be 5 minutes of movement, 1 page of journaling or reflection, 10 minutes of learning a skill. Why it works is because micro habits create compound neural changes. Small wins activate the dopamine system, reinforcing behavior without stress. And anchors are automatic triggers that signal identity to the brain. The rule is you can do more, but you can't do less. Consistency builds internal proof. Last, every day make one decision your future self would make. Not dramatic, not extreme. Examples could be saying no to distractions, choosing rest when needed, prioritizing depth over superficial action. Your brain encodes identity through evidence of choice. So one decision repeatedly aligned with your target self creates neuroplastic rewiring of self-concept. Identity is updated when the brain detects repeated proof of a new behavior. This works because this isn't mindset, it's neuroscience. Environments shape behavior, repetition trains prediction, and identity follows evidence. Habit loops plus cue-rich environments plus small wins creates lasting identity change. So you're not forcing change, you're letting your brain update naturally. Winning isn't dramatic, it looks boring at first. Showing up when no one's watching, stacking quiet proof, letting momentum build. Most people quit because it doesn't feel dramatic. Drama isn't progress, stability is. This year doesn't need to be a resolution, it needs clarity over chaos, systems over slogans, evidence over hope. You don't rise to your goals, you settle into your systems. If you take anything from this video, take this. You don't need to become someone else. You need to give your brain new proof of who you already are becoming. If this helps, subscribe to Between Lines, comment 33-1 and start today. No pressure, no perfection, just direction. Until next time, stay intentional, stay patient, and stay between the lines.